First grade, what's going on? Mr. Hunter here with your first grade history lesson for today. First off, I want to say that you guys have been great. We have been reviewing what we've learned for the entire year, and you guys are staying right there with me. You're growing, you're remembering some of the things, and the purpose, the reason that we're doing this review is so that when you guys go into second grade, you don't forget anything. Some of this stuff we learned way back in September, way back in October. So that's why it's so important that we are remembering exactly what we've learned and don't forget it all. So we're going to be talking about today how America travels. There's many ways to travel. We're going to talk about a few of those ways. You might have remembered this little game that we did earlier in the year, but I'm going to see if you guys remember it right now. So it's called What Am I? What am I? All right. I am a hard worker. Long ago, I pulled covered wagons. Today, I pull carts or small wagons. Sometimes people ride on my back. What am I? 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. How many of you guys said horse? If you said horse, you are correct. All right, next one. I ride the seas and the oceans. I have many rooms and large engines. Many people can ride on my decks. What am I? If you guys said ship or boat, guess what? You are correct. All right, next one. Here we go. I don't know if you're going to get this one. I travel in the sky. I have 2 wings and travel higher than the birds. I am the fastest way to travel. What am I? Okay, I said it might be hard. That's pretty easy. It's an airplane. Everybody say airplane. If you said airplane, you are correct. All right, here's the next one. I have many wheels. I can carry large loads. Sometimes I bring food to the store for you. What am I? No, not a driver. It's a truck driver, a truck driver. And if you said actually it's not a truck driver, it's actually just a truck. If you said truck, you are correct. Mr. Hunter is wrong. I said truck driver. It's a truck. All right, we got one more for you, one more. I travel on 2 iron rails. I can carry many heavy things. You must stop when I am crossing a road. My whistle is very loud. What am I? Choo choo! I am a train. If you guys said a train, guess what? You are correct. Looking on page 40, that's where we're going to start today. We're going to start on page 40. Now, have you guys ever ridden a horse? Well, if you haven't ridden a horse before, they do horseback ridings in Hollywood and different places here in LA. And maybe when everything opens back up again, maybe the end of the year, maybe it has to be next year, but maybe, just maybe, you guys can go for a horse riding session. It's pretty fun. I've heard. I've never been myself. But horses, that's how they traveled back in the day, long time ago. The horses would carry the buggies, they would carry the wagons, and many people traveled. So when you look at these photographs, you see America has changed in the way that people travel. The first picture we see what I was talking about is the horse and the buggy. Then you have the carriage kind of car. And now look at that. That's actually like a big bridge with a lot of cars driving. Look at the next page on 41. I said groups of people travel differently too. How do people travel? Well, you see the horse and the buggy. You see the train, like that's a subway. Then that's like an Amtrak train. It's different. And then there's a bus. Wow. Those are different ways. You got the cars, the trains, the buggies, the horses, and a bus. All right, let's turn the page. Americans, it says at the top of 42, Americans used to carry supplies across the country in covered wagons. But now we use large trucks and trains. So which way do you think is faster, guys? The horse and the wagons and the buggies? Or the buses and the trains and the trucks? I think so. Now, look at that picture. You see the boats at the bottom. Boats have also changed. Look at that boat with the sails. They had to depend on the wind to blow the sailboats. That still happens nowadays, but people usually do the wind for fun. If you're traveling on a cruise, like the big boat, you see down there? Look at that water. That water looks so beautiful, so pretty. And that boat is just sitting there. But guess what it has to make it move? Not the wind. It has engines, electricity. So a lot has changed. Looking at page 43. Looking at the pictures, don't you think that trains have changed a lot too? In what ways is the air travel different? Look at that. That's a picture of a blimp. Guess what, guys? You're going to see a picture of a blimp or a video of your blimp. a blimp inside the car. Then you see that plane there. That looks a lot different than that big jet. What is different? Which one would you feel safer in? The blimp, the little small plane, or the big plane? Now, I said which one do you think you would fit in? Which one do you think would be more fun? You'll see the hot air blimp. You'll see the big cruise boats. I'll show you one of those boats that have the sails too that people are on now. All right, let's turn the page. If you wanted to get across the country in a few hours, would you take a train? You take a plane. A train can get you across the country, so can a car, but the plane is going to be the fastest way. All right, let's look at the top of the page on page 44. That is actually where we are going to stop. All right, we're going to stop right there. We'll come back with the rest of that lesson on traveling in just a second. Now, you look down at the bottom, it says messages to each other about the Pony Express and stagecoaches, but I just want to focus on the traveling today. I'm going to put a few videos in there to show you guys about the blimp, about the different airplanes, about the boats and the sails. It'll be cool. I don't want to go into My America Talks today because we're talking about traveling. So that's what we're talking about, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll see you tomorrow on Zoom.